All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to talk about breaking news. Adrien Broner cannot catch a break as his fight with Michael Williams Jr. is off. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division, maybe 140-pound division, where Adrien Broner's upcoming fight with Michael Williams Jr., which was supposed to be on BLK Prime, has now been called off, and it is a controversy over why it's being called off. Roy Jones Jr. has been fired, all kind of drama. Man, Adrien Broner cannot catch a break. But before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, thank you to everybody that supports in the channel. In the super thanks, shout out to my guy Kamal Oz, Barbara Davis, and all the rest of the crew that support the channel. So thank you guys very much. But let's get into this. Man, I swear, Adrien Broner cannot catch a break. This is, I don't know what this guy did, to the gods of luck, but they don't like him very much, man, because this is the fourth consecutive opponent for Adrien Broner that has fallen, where the fight has fallen through. One of them was his fault. 3 others are other people's fault. But at the same time, man, you just got to feel sorry for this guy because, wow, man, it's just like nothing's going right for him. So just this evening, Michael Williams III put out I believe it's a Instagram picture, or made it on Twitter, and says, first things first. Roy Jones Jr. is no longer one of my son's trainers. Second, I am so sorry to announce that my son will not be fighting AB February 25th, which is 9 days from now, due to an unnecessary injury in training camp. Hopefully the fight will be postponed. I'm sorry, 300%. So, wow. Now, this is, if you did not recall, let me remind you, a little late when I'm doing this video, I've got this information. I was like, man, I feel bad for Adrien Broner. So Adrien Broner signed a 3-fight deal with BLK Prime, left Showtime, or left the PBC to go to BLK Prime. And originally was supposed to fight Ivan Redcash. Ivan Redcash's fight falls through because Ivan Redcash's promoter would not let him fight because of a money issue or something like that. So that fight falls through. Then BLK Prime and Adrien Broner get a second opponent. The second opponent is Hank Lundy. Hank Lundy was already on another card, and so the promoter for the other card refused to let Hank Lundy off of that card. So Adrien Broner lost that opponent. So just yesterday, I was on my live stream, and people were asking me, "Are you going to buy the Adrien Broner fight? Are you going to buy the Adrien Broner fight?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to buy the Adrien Broner fight." Provided it happens, because it just seems like, man, nothing is coming right for this guy. And so just today, this evening, it comes out that this third one with Michael Williams is going to get called off. Now, I said, you may point out and say, hey, Fanon, that's 3, not 4. But you also have to remember there is a fight for Adrien Broner against Omar Figueroa that was supposed to take place on Showtime that Adrien Broner pulled out of. So I guess, the saying, God don't like ugly. Adrien Broner pulled out on Brandon Figueroa and on Showtime to go to BLK Prime, and 3 of his fights on BLK Prime fall through. And at this point, I don't think you can find another opponent. They're going to either have to postpone that card, because it is now February 16th. February 25th is 9 days from now. Now, the crazy thing is that Roy Jones Jr. gets fired over this. Now, I did see some other tweets that came out, and where there was some engagement between Michael Williams Sr. and somebody else had asked him about it. And he said, what was your son doing sparring so hard, so close to the fight? And Michael Williams Sr. said, exactly, right? As like, why were we doing that close? Why were we sparring that hard, close to the fight? Man, it is just bad luck all around. So, not only is Adrien Broner out here hung out in the wind, shoot, Roy Jones Jr. is now hanging out in the wind, because he just had one fighter, Chris Eubank, lose. Then he has Michael Williams the Jr., and he gets fired for doing something that I didn't think people did. I didn't think people sparred this close to the fight, right? But whatever the case is, man, it's just nothing really working out. Nothing's really working out for Adrien Broner. I don't want to go so far as to say nothing's working out for BLK Prime, but man, you just gotta, sometimes I think you may just need to step back and say, hey man, what am I doing wrong in my life for this type of craziness to take place? Now, again, I do not know if they're going to be able to replace the opponent. And with 9 days away, more than likely they're not going to be able to do it. They're going to have to push that fight back. But here's the problem. It's now, it's February, right? If they push it back, say they push it back a month, right? Now you're going to be running into the other fight cards that are taking place with the PBC, because there's PBC and ESPN. Because those guys, like this date next weekend was pretty open. And in this situation, you're literally talking about a pay-per-view, right? A pay-per-view fight, which you need to be able to promote. Like, who are they going to find? And on top of that, you have to wonder at this point in time, if they find somebody, is something else going to happen to them, right? Because again, this is like almost every type of mistake that could be made has been made, from getting a guy and his promoter not agreeing to the fight, or basically two guys in a row. Actually, I think they got away with it one time. BLK Prime got away with getting somebody off a card for the David Avenation fight for Terrence Crawford. But then they try to do it with Red Cash, it falls through. Lundy, it falls through. And then to get an injury, a last minute injury on your way in. Now, the interesting thing is going to be to see if they had a backup ready. Right? Like if they had somebody that's going to be able to fill in, but you got to think that this is really going to affect the pay-per-view numbers and all of that. So anyway, man, we'll see what happens. You let me know what you think in the comment section. With that, I'm out. Peace.